What's going on, everybody? Let's do a little DC update to start off the week. How about that? Now, the first story I want to touch on isn't very, exciting. I know some people were really looking forward to this, and, there's some bad news surrounding it. The next bit of topics I want to talk about are Superman related, so let's get into it. Let's really dive in to what I want to discuss. All right, first up, there was going to be a Joel Schumacher cut of Batman Forever shown in LA. That was supposed to happen in June. Well, it seems like Warner Brothers sent a cease and desist letter to the theater that was going to be showing it. This is coming from 1995 Batman over on social media. They say some unfortunate news came today as the Schumacher Cut screening in LA was canceled. The local theater, Cinephile Video, received a cease and desist from Warner Brothers after circulation of the screening made national headlines. The management did the best they could, but they had no way to fight it and had to cancel the screening. The theater wasn't making money off showing the work print, but it's clear that Warner saw things a bit different. I'm gutted, they say. Thankfully, the event was still 5 days out. An 11th hour cancellation would have been a lot worse. The graphic you're seeing is something that this person here designed for attendees, as I hope they would enjoy our channel, 1995 Batman. Instead, I will be handing them out at LA Comic-Con. Okay, so there is some upset people on social media about this, and I get it. I understand that this is something that a lot of people have been wanting for quite some time, to see this Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, which is a little darker, a little bit different than the Batman Forever that we got back in the mid-90s. Look, I'd like to see it too. Now, Kevin Smith did show a cut of this, I believe it was like a year or two ago, at his theater, Smodcastle Theaters in New Jersey. Now, how he went about doing that, I'm sure he went through the correct channels. I'm sure he did what he was supposed to do. If he didn't, there's a good chance that he could have gotten in trouble for that from Warner Brothers or whoever holds the rights to that, which is Warner Brothers. Now, I want to say something here, and I don't want people to get mad at me because this isn't anything that's like, look, they get what they deserve. That's not what I'm saying. This isn't what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that anybody's getting what they deserve here. But there is a right way and a wrong way about doing this kind of stuff. And when you go to use and showcase a movie in a movie theater, even if it's not a movie theater, even if it's in a public space at all, you need to do it the right way. Now, for all of the fans that were hoping to go see this movie and really excited to go see it, they have no idea if the person putting on this film, putting on this whole production and everything, has done his due diligence or their due diligence in doing it the right way. They're just going to spend the money, hoping that the money goes to a good cause and what have you. Whatever it is, they just know, hey, I'm going to go see this movie. This is great. But the person putting on the production has to do their due diligence. They have to make sure that all their I's are dotted and T's are crossed. They have the licenses, the rights, everything to show this movie to a large gathering. Now, I myself has done this in the past at my church. When I have shown videos at the church or movies at the church, you can't just go rent a movie or go buy a movie or pull a movie off your shelf and say, you know what, I'm going to show it at my church. Now, I'm sure people do that, but that technically is illegal. It is, because you don't have the right things, the right licenses to do that, especially if you're collecting money. Now, if you reach out to the studio, the distribution, and so on and so forth, and you get the right licenses and you get the right paperwork and all that stuff, if you get all that, sure, do what you want to do. But if you don't have it, then this kind of stuff can happen. Now, the people sitting there freaking out and getting mad at Warner Brothers, shame on Warner Brothers for this. Why? Like, there are laws for a reason. Whether you agree with them or not, there are laws. There are rules for a reason. Be mad at the rules. Be mad at the law. Don't be mad at the person actually following the laws and rule. Look, it sucks. But if they really truly want to do this, then they should follow the proper process and procedures to make it happen. The problem is, somehow this person got a cut of the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. They obviously didn't go through the proper process in being able to show it, because it would never have gotten this far if they did. It's that simple. I don't know what else to say. How Kevin Smith did it, whenever he did, I have no idea. How that played out and how that happened, who knows? But how this got to this point, how did they get their hands on it? How were they planning on doing that? There's so many questions that need to be asked. And for Warner Brothers to come out and say, look, no, this can't happen. We can't do this. You're not allowed to do this. Warner Brothers has every right to do that. They do. And you can't be mad at them for that, because that is their right. It is their IP. It is their product. It is theirs to say that about. Now, a lot of people will say, well, they're just being petty because of, they don't want the fans to have what they want. No, it's their product. That is not the product that they ever wanted to have out there. If they want it to be out there, they'll put it out there when they're ready to have it out there. I want to see it. I know there's other people that want to see it, and eventually it will get seen if they intend to release it. But if they don't, then it is what it is. This whole idea, this whole concept of releasing the director's cuts and releasing these cuts of films that have never been released before, this is a pipe dream of things that have never truly been a real thing. You take a look at these director cuts that came out years ago on DVDs and VHS and stuff like that years and years ago. They weren't really director's cuts. They were typically cuts of movies that had like an extra 30 minutes of scenes, or maybe edited in a different way. They weren't really director's cuts where it was like a brand new type of movie. That was very, very rare that would happen. What happened with Zack Snyder's Justice League? Very rare, very, very rare. And it's not going to happen again like that, especially for a movie that's 30 years old. And again, if it does, cool. I'm going to watch it. I'm all for it. But people need to calm down and act like what happened in 2020 when they announced the Snyder Cut is now the norm and is now to be expected with things. It's not. It's not. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about this. I think it's really, really, interesting to see how people are freaking out about this and how everything's kind of like turned on their head. Like everybody's, oh my goodness. Look, it is what it is. You kind of move on. You live, you learn, and you move on. All right. Next, though, some fun news in the world when it comes to Superman, because Superman is just like a month and like a week away or something like that. It's crazy. We're so close. We're so close. But DQ. We know that DQ and Superman teaming up, doing some Superman stuff, and I went there today, and sure enough, their Superman cups and things are already out there. Now, they didn't have the Superman Blizzard thing there. They didn't have that yet. That's supposed to start tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, the 26th. It's supposed to start the 26th, but the cups are out there at least. So that's exciting. I got myself a Blizzard. Actually, all three of us, my fiance, myself, and my oldest daughter, we all got Blizzards. The three of us went out and got some ice cream. So that's exciting to see. And as you can see, Trayvon in my comments was also out there, and he got the cups as well. So it's exciting. Things are out there. People are seeing Superman is coming. This is exactly what you want to see. The marketing is out there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, the Superman trailer attached to Lilo and Stitch. I went and saw Lilo and Stitch this weekend, which, for as much as some people are saying that it was a bad movie, it was not bad. There are some things that are some issues with that film, but I'll leave that for my review later. There was a trailer attached to Lilo and Stitch, as expected. Now, we got that first official trailer just about a week and a half ago for Superman. Fantastic trailer. I expected for that trailer in itself to be there. But that's not what was there. No, we got a different trailer. Now, it's not vastly different. It's not like they added scenes that we haven't seen before. It's not like they did anything that was drastically different to be like, you need to go see this. But they did change the trailer enough, and somebody brought it to my attention on social media that it seemed like they took out some of the more heavy, impactful action sequences that maybe, for a younger audience isn't really, good for them. Like, they took out the PG-13-ness of the action sequences, and they're pretty much right. And what they did was they kind of just slotted in some of the moments from the teaser trailer and kind of added that into it. So we had a lot of teaser trailer elements into it. So it kind of just played a little bit differently. They also took out the very beginning where Lois and Clark are kind of like face to face, and they're kind of embracing each other. So there were some things that were changed in it. And again, I haven't seen Mission Impossible yet. I wanted to go check it out today. This day got way out of hand for me. I was doing yard work, then we went out shopping, and man, it's already 7 o'clock at night. Like, it just got way out of hand. But I'm interested to see or know what trailer is playing in front of that. If it's that one that's kind of adjusted, or if it's the actual official trailer. I'm guessing it's going to be the official trailer that was there. And speaking of the rating, like I just did a second ago, Superman does have an official rating of PG-13. That was just announced or revealed this weekend. But we kind of knew that. I think it was one of the toy commercials that came out said, Superman rated PG-13. So it was kind of expected. Plus, I think we all kind of expected it was going to be PG-13. I don't think anybody thought it was going to be rated R or PG. PG-13 is pretty much where these superhero films sit when it comes to ratings. So there you have it, guys. I mean, I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited? The merch is out there. You're going to head to Dairy Queen and get yourself a cup. Are you going to try the Dairy Queen Blizzard, Superman Blizzard that's out there? Have you seen the trailers attached to Mission Impossible or Lilo Stitch? Did you see any differences in either one yourself? Was it just my theater that did that maybe? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you shocked that it's PG-13? Did you think it was going to be R? Did you think it was going to be PG? What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of that, as well as the Schumacher Cut debacle that is happening now with the cease and desist letter that went to the theater chain that said, hey, you can't play this without our approval. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you check out my live shows this week for a lot more on all this stuff and other things. Yeah, so with all that said, guys, I'll check you all out later.